Reddit seduction, self-improvement and pickup. Looking to seduce 2 bisexual men into having sex with me. I guess I'm going to get hate and called a fag hag. But I'm obsessed with seeing 2 men go at it. I want to be in the middle. I want to be on the side. I love it all. How do I approach men who would be open to this? Past boyfriends have been hesitant, shut down, or turned out just interested in men. Deep down inside I want 2 men who want me and are open to bisexual stuff. Why would you get hate? Tons of men want to bisexual girlfriends to have threesomes with every day. It should be treated no differently when a woman wants the equivalent. 1. Date a guy and go steady with him. To offer him a threesome. 3. Now ask for a train. Or 1. Find a male-male couple. To introduce the idea of yourself added to the mix. To spice up their sex life. You don't need to do much to get a guy to have sex with you, but very few men will be open to having a train. Let alone 2 bisexual men. Normally I'd recommend social gatherings where it's likely that you'll find lots of people who could be bisexual, like gay bars or events for gay people or people of similar sexual orientations. However, considering that pandemic restrictions probably make it near impossible to find those at the moment, I'd say the next best thing is to make a post on an r4r subreddit saying that's what you're looking for. There may even be a subreddit dedicated to male-male-female threesomes. Just look around this site. You might find something that helps. Take this weird ASSSHHH somewhere else. Why some girls are very annoyed when guys talk to them. So, a few hours ago I was at a park alone in my city downtown and saw this cute girl sitting alone and smoking a joint. She was sitting alone and then some guy came sitting next to her and talked to her. I assumed to approach her, and then a bit later she moved to another bench in the park and I moved closer too. I just sat there and tried to check for any choosing signals before talking to her, so when she removed her earphones, I shot my shot and asked what kind of weed she was smoking. Here it's legal. She then started replying in a very annoyed way, and it was very hard to keep a conversation with her. She said she and another guy before me approached her for the same reason, etc. While I was trying to talk with her, a small group of 16Y/O girls sitting next to her too started talking to her at the same time, and she ended up starting a long conversation with them. She even let them try her joint and vape, and they talked for 10-15 minutes like that, and she seemed to invest a lot in the conversation. They eventually left her, and I tried continuing the conversation with her, but she became very cold and said, "I don't want to talk. I'm just here to relax alone. Why don't you notice the signs? 3 guys approached me like you today." I then just stopped talking completely and ignored her. What I'm wondering is, how come this girl don't want to have conversation with any guy at the park, but will gladly talk with teenagers and have a long conversation? Do girls always have their guards up with men and it's impossible to talk to them? She didn't choose on you. She moved away from a guy to go be by herself. Then you moved and sat next to her, waited for her to remove her earbuds, and then proceeded with your cold approach. If a woman is attracted, she will carry the conversation. That's why you leave after she starts being short with you. You should have left while she was chatting the girls. The fact that she had to tell you "why don't you notice the signals" says a lot. It means she non-verbally did everything she could to get you to go away, and you didn't catch on. These types of guys usually come across as creeps. The fact that you ask this shows that you know very little about female attraction. The reason why she won't talk is because she knows she is attractive, and she knows most guys talk her because they want to smash. You are not being slick. They only have their guards up to men. that they don't find attractive. Work on your aura and the cuties will choose. I agree I should have noticed the signs and left, but it was so awkward to leave. I swear before talking to her I felt like she was interested, since she looked in my direction and showed some subtle signs. So basically, she's down to talk to those girls because they don't want to smash her, but she don't want any conversation with me just because I want to smash her? That's weird because a lot of girl will still have a conversation, even if they are not interested romantically in you. They're just being polite. She was probably tired of dudes talking to her, and she definitely felt that you wanted to, but waited a long time making that feeling of hers even stronger. Next time go in early and strong, or don't think about it at all. But why is she so eager to talk with those girls, but not with guys? Because 16-year-old girls are way less intimidating as multiple guys trying to sly hit on them. You're going to get bad reactions sometimes, and there's absolutely nothing you could have done about it. Go in quicker and more direct next time. The whole moving closer to the girl to finally talk to her thing gives off creep vibes. Yeah, I totally get that, but sometimes you just want to look for some choosing signals before going in. A cold approach out of nowhere has very low chances of working anyway. That's why I don't do cold approach anyway. It takes a lot of courage to do, and most of the time you get no results and face harsh rejection sometimes. Choosing signals? I assume that means something like indicators of interest. I go direct and straight in, and I have a high rate of positive interactions. Looking at a woman more than once puts you into creep zone, especially if you're waiting for her to give you a signal. I don't think this works well. Hell, last night I talked to about 12 women. All were positive and 2 made sure to get my number. Didn't ask for this. Only like 3 out of those 12 gave me a signal before I approached, and 2 of those kind of turned me off cause their obvious boyfriends were there. Edit. I live in Texas and got the vaccine, so it's like cover doesn't exist here. For good or bad. You should read the signs she gave, to be honest. Honestly, when a girl shows she's not interested, don't even bother. Never chase, bro. Focus on yourself and build yourself up. Girls will come. Please stomp the like and subscribe. Thank you for your time.